Hello and welcome to Tengi Talks TV and Movies. I'm Tengi and today's movie is Salome from 1923. Now this one is pretty interesting. It's based on the play by Oscar Wilde, and also the look of it is based on the artwork of the fabulous Aubrey Beardsley, who I am a big fan of. So there's a lot of interesting things going on in this movie. The other interesting thing about it is that it stars Alla Nazimova, who was one of the great female stars of her period, and she is also the producer of this movie, which would probably have been quite unusual at this time in 1923. Now, Salome is alleged to have an all-gay cast, and this was said to have been the desire of Alla Nazimova as a tribute to Oscar Wilde and Aubrey Beardsley. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but I think it's an interesting story and certainly adds an interesting LGBT dimension to this movie. The other interesting factor about it is it's said to be one of the first ever American art films, and the images I've seen, it does look very arty indeed. So I don't know what to expect beyond that. I don't know if it has much of a story or if it's just more about the visual spectacle. Let's have a look at Salome.
Oh! What the hell? Oh my god. No!
Ooh, nice bit of hand tinting there. And look at that set. That's very... Oh, it's a backdrop. Very Aubrey Beardsley backdrop. Illustration. Nazimova. She was one of those stars who was just billed by the one name. Like Garbo. Now, Natacha Rambova, I've heard of her before. I can't remember where. Herod ruled Judea, but was himself ruled by passion. He had murdered his brother, usurped his throne. He had stolen his wife, Herodias, and now covets his brother's daughter, Salome. Wow. That is messed up. So Herod had imprisoned the prophet John the Baptist, I guess, in an abandoned well to protect him against the violence of the mob and the hatred of Herodias. It is at this point that the drama opens, revealing Salome, who as yet remains uncontaminated. An uncontaminated blossom in a wilderness of evil, though still innocent, Salome is a true daughter of her day, heiress to its passions and its cruelties. She kills the things she loves the things she kills, yet in her soul there shines a glimmer of the light, and she sets forth gladly into the unknown to solve the puzzle of her own words. Wow, okay. There's a lot of information. Okay, on with the action. On with costumes. Wow. Super stylized. Loving it. Really does have the look of an illustration come to life. That headdress. The dress. Wow. Hair goals. I'm sure I've seen a photo of this headdress that it was found not that long ago and it's still intact. So Herod seems super creepy. He's not really trying to hide from his wife the fact that he's after his stepdaughter, is he? His brother's daughter. I love her makeup too. Wow. Ooh, look at these costumes. Amazing. Has he got body paint nipples or just pasties? Wow, the headdress. The tights. Gosh, this does seem very homoerotic. I mean, it's not even a subtext, it's just right there, isn't it? cannot get over these costumes. This is dazzling. And there seems to be a lot of drag going on. I love how queer this is. 1923. Fantastic. Oof. Everyone's jealous of everyone else and they're all after Salome. And it's all these taboo relationships. The stepfather after the daughter. The guard who seems to be in a relationship with the other man. He's after Salome too. I don't know if he's in a relationship with the other man, but the other man's clearly in love with him. Wow. I've heard of Nazimova, but I've never seen her before. She's quite a stunning looking woman. Interesting also that she's playing Salome as a kind of an androgynous figure. Not the sort of voluptuous seductress we might perhaps expect. She's quite boyish, which is perhaps more in keeping with that 1920s aesthetic. The boyish figured woman. They have done a magnificent job with these sets and costumes. They're breathtaking. In this film, Salome seems really like a child. A very young child. Ooh. Oh, this must be where John the Baptist is being held? In the well? Nazimova's look here seems so ahead of its time. So they're calling him the Prophet Jochanan. I thought it was John the Baptist in the story, but I don't know the play. Wow, incredible imagery. Love the lighting too. Ooh, pervy. Wow. So creepy. This almost has the feel of like a ballet or a mime to it. So stylized. Oh, hello. That's quite a lot of buttock we're seeing there. That's very near total nudity, isn't it? Definitely pre-code. Again with all the forbidden desires. Salome only wants to talk to the person she's not permitted to talk to. I love how everything about this is kind of daring and risque, which I guess is true to the spirit of Aubrey Beardsley's art. Oh! What's he gonna do? Oof! Wow! Oof! So the servant killed himself rather than ask Herod if Salome could speak to John the Baptist. Okay, high stakes. Everything is taking place on this really heightened level of drama and passion. This sort of stylized, mime-ish type of performance works so perfectly with this graphic style of the movie. Uh-oh. Loving how gay this is. Wow. Brilliant. You know, on paper this shouldn't work, but it just works so beautifully. He's going to regret it. This is like a ballet without dancing. Gotta say, that headdress is one of the best things I've ever seen in a movie. It is so cool. The score in the version I'm watching is also fantastic. Oh. Wow, there's a face in there. No? This is so amazing. It's making me get all teary again. This guy has the most extraordinary eyes. Such an amazing feeling of tension in this movie that everyone's kind of doing things that are forbidden passions. Look at Nazimova work that camera. She is incredible. Love this guy's haunted face. Ooh. That shadow. What was that? What's going on? Ooh. The angel of death. Bloody hell. So Salome is trying to seduce him and he's just not having it. Seems pretty tempted. Gosh. Oh! Oh no, he stabbed himself. Wow. Oof. Wow. There's a dead body lying at her feet and she's still hot for the prophet. What an extraordinary characterization. I can't believe how sexual this movie is. This is really a film that could only exist as a silent movie. I just don't think it would work with recorded dialogue in the same way because it exists on that graphic level. I've rarely seen a silent film that achieves this electrifying level of tension. You know something terrible is going to happen. And the whole thing is just seething with this sense of lust. Everybody is out of their minds with lust. Oh! Wow. Love how petulant Nazimova is as Salome. Gosh, this is powerful. Didn't Ken Russell do an interesting film on this subject too? This is bonkers in the best possible way. Imagine if Aubrey Beardsley had lived to see this. He would have loved it. Just always this sense of something building and building. I'll be honest, I really hadn't expected it to be anything like this. I thought it would just be a sort of spectacle of costumes and pageantry. The drama is incredible. Look at these costumes! Outfit change, nice one. Is this the Dance of the Seven Veils? This outfit is so contemporary. Couldn't you see Lady Gaga wearing this? Well, I said it was a ballet without the dancing. Here's the dancing. This is so rock and roll, isn't it? Debbie Harry could have worn that outfit and stunned in it. She brings such a reckless energy to this role. I guess the 20s were the age of the vamp. Women are even lusting after her now, I think. Men in drag lusting after her. Oh, the staging. Incredible. This is remarkable. Astonished by how artistic, how far ahead of its time this film is. Isn't this really more like what you'd expect from a European art film? Making me teary again. This is extraordinary. Wow. What a family. Ooh. Oh. Oh my God. Wow. Oof. Oof. That was amazing. Let's not tar all women with the same brush as Salome. I mean, she's pretty out there. Totally get why Nazimova was a big star of her day. She is incredible. I love how these screen bearers who are wearing their screens come to shield Salome so she can make her costume changes. What's she wearing now? That is like a fantastic Aubrey Beardsley drawing. I'm sure I've seen one of his drawings with a gown like that in it. Ooh, that's the shadow of death again, I guess. What is happening? I'm not clear what's going on now. Look at her face. Oof. It's that thing of each man kills the thing he loves, or each woman. So she got the head. Oh, she's gonna kiss it. Oh boy. This is disturbing. Is Herod jealous of her kissing a decapitated head? This is so messed up. Ooh. Oof. Oof. I'm still not clear how she got the head. Oof. I was not expecting that. Twist. Oof. Oof. Oh my God. Wow. Bloody hell. I'm in shock. I cannot believe how astonishing, how electrifying, how filled with tension and seething with a fever of lust and forbidden passions Salome is. This really is one of the most extraordinary silent films I have ever seen. It seems so very far ahead of its time. It seems decades ahead of its time. This is a film dealing with same-sex attraction, necrophilia, forbidden love, and forbidden lust, especially. That all of these boldly, wildly daring themes and ideas can be brought to the screen so openly in 1923 is pretty astonishing to me. There's no subtext here. Everything is out in the open. The shockingly incestuous adjacent relationship that Herod seems to want with his stepdaughter, the same-sex love story which seems to have been taking place between the two courtiers earlier in the film, the scene of necrophilia at the end of the film, all of these are jaw-dropping moments for me. What I found particularly touching in this film is that same-sex attraction scene that takes place early on. For a film from 1923 to depict a homosexual relationship without judgment, it's just presented as just a part of the story, I found so touching. It really nearly made me cry. This whole film is steeped in such a queer sensibility. It's quite remarkable. In a way, I can understand why audiences then might not have been ready to accept and embrace a film like this. It is still a startling film 100 years later. I knew the name of the film's costume designer, Natacha Rambova, seemed familiar to me. I just looked her up. She was the wife of Rudolph Valentino. That's where I'd heard her name before. She does an absolutely extraordinary job in this movie. Alla Nazimova is a revelation as Salome. She gives such an electrifying performance. She is wild, ferocious, tempestuous, petulant, childish, and very, very sensual. But really, I think I could talk for an hour about all the things that are incredible in this film and still not do it justice. All I can ultimately say is go to YouTube, watch Salome, find the print that I watched with the music soundtrack. It is a stunning work that I think will leave you with your jaw gaping. I'm in awe of the talents that brought this film to the screen and what they were trying to achieve here. Here I go, I'm getting all teary again. The visuals, the artistic aspirations in this film are just beyond anything I'd expected. And yes, I found it really, really moving. If you've enjoyed watching Salome with me today, I would love it if you would like and subscribe. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm just blown away by this and I'm still feeling very emotional about it. Thank you so much for joining me and I hope I see you next time. Bye.